what's up, world? You're tuned into Rebel and Drew right here on Reckless Radio XYZ, where we bring the real, the raw, and the voices that matter. I'm your host, Rebel Joe, and with me, as I bring him on, we have him right here. You know him as Juggalo Promoter Drew, keeping it independent, keeping it raw, and keeping it real. And today, we're shining a light on something that doesn't get talked about enough. Epilepsy awareness. March 26th, Purple Day. And we've got a special guest in the house to help break it all down. That's right. We're talking about Cora, an advocate, a fighter, and someone with firsthand experience in the epilepsy community. So, Drew, I'm going to let you take it from here, my man.
Yeah, man, bro. Let me say, first of all, what an honor it is to be on here tonight. And we have my big sister, Cora Morse. She is a fighter and a survivor of epilepsy, especially drug-resistant epilepsy. And with that said, I'm going to introduce her now. Here comes my big sister, Cora.
Hey, everybody. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for being with us, Cora. You have such an amazing story. And first time I met you, I wanted to have you back on to talk, and this has been a perfect time. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our honor. And also, because you're with us, now we got to bring on our brother, who this has been a long time coming situation. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the evil snuff shit himself, Chuckles.
Hell yeah. What's going on?
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going down? What's going
Chuckles.
Yo, man, what an honor this is, man. And I am so fucking hyped about this right now, because knowing that us three have been super close, Cora has been supporting you, Chuckles, as well as you've been there for her, and I had to make something very special happen. And because you're my brother, you're the most genuine dude in the scene, so who else better to have on something that's an international cause than
Hell
the
yeah. Yeah, it's a honor just to be on here and just to bring smiles upon y'all's face and everything, bring the happiness and positivity. I'm happy to be part of this, y'all. It's been way too long since we kicked it with each other for real.
Way too long,
bro. And hey, man, now that it's officially the World Epilepsy Day, right here, right now, tonight, man, this is something that I really feel like has to be known as probably the best day of underground radio history. And it's like, what better way to explain it than Cora? Kind of give us like a rundown of, because you were here about, I think it was around a year ago, when you came on with us. And at that time, you had just gone through one procedure, and now you just recently went through another. So can you tell us what that was like as far as what went into that?
Well, last year when you guys had me on here, I had just gone through a stereo EEG. And that, to be honest, had to be the most painful procedure I had ever gone through in my life. Because as you know that they had to literally drill through my skull and then get straight into the brain. And I was only there for a week because they have to slowly take you off your medication, to cause a seizure, to figure out where it's coming from. And I had 21 seizures in less than a week.
Oh my god.
And
that's crazy.
On February the 6th, I had my very first surgery. I got approved for it and everything, and I cried. I couldn't believe it. And I'm still in my healing process right now. I'm on my 5th week now of healing, if I remember correctly. And but 19 out of the 21 seizures that I had were coming right back from what they call the heterotopic part of the brain. It's back on the right side, kind of like you would feel it. I mean, if I could show you, I I would, but it's kind of hard to describe. And it controls memory, speech, adrenaline, all of that. And so being that, you know, it made it very difficult for me to grow up, period. But I mean, you know, this was my first actual surgery, and it was the craziest ever. Like, it was the most minimally invasive surgery that anybody could have. Cause I call it my Star Trek moment, honestly. Cause when I was being wheeled into the operating room, you know, one of the nurses was asking me, well, are you okay sleeping on your stomach? I mean, does it bother you? And I'm like, are you kidding? I'm always sleeping on my stomach. I love it. And she's like, all right, perfect. And so I'm in the operating room and I see this like weird looking table and then like something that my face was supposed to go onto, I guess.
Right.
And like I had to have a breathing tube and everything. And I won't lie, that was very, very painful. Like, you know, like not, of course, during the surgery, but when I
Right.
woke up, and you know they had to sit me up. I couldn't look down. I had to keep kind of like looking up, and you know, like all I felt was like nothing but pain. But it's definitely been worth it.
Right.
I'm still having small, tiny seizures every once in a while, and they said that's completely normal because this is only my first surgery. The second surgery I'm going to be having in a year, and it's going to be, they're literally going to be removing the rest of the seizure tissue that's coming from my actual right temporal lobe right here.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been it's been a journey. It's been a very crazy journey.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you're killing it through like a warrior should. You know what I mean? From the first surgery, like especially when you hit me up when you just came out of it, I was so relieved because I was really like thinking about you to see how you were doing and make sure you were okay and everything. So it makes me happy that you're still rocking it and still rocking a cool ass haircut right there for real.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, they didn't have to cut my hair. I actually they didn't have to cut my hair. All they had to do was take like a pencil size. It's crazy because it's almost like, you know, when you have a stent put in your heart and they
Yeah.
have to go through, you know, the groin area. Well, they only had to like drill just a little teeny pencil size part in my head, you know, and then like I guess like this weird like spaghetti thing kind of went through there, and uh actually literally only obliterated the actual seizure tissue itself. It
Yeah.
didn't affect any other parts of the brain whatsoever.
Amazing.
So my hair didn't have to be cut this time. So yeah,
Good.
my hair's I mean, I had to have sutures. I have dissolvable sutures. 4 of them
Yeah.
have already came out so far. But I mean, you know, I still got some glue in
Great.
my hair and everything, and and all that. But my hair is gonna be growing back out, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually she's gonna re-dye her hair as well to the way it used to be.
Oh
And
Yeah.
hell yeah.
but here's what I was thinking. Now that we have Chuckles on here with us, Cora, wouldn't it be really cool if you actually did black and red? Because I mean, we have it
I
himself
was actually
right here.
already thinking
You
of
know?
doing black and red. I was already
Oh,
actually,
Yeah, let's get it.
let's do it
I
up.
was
Definitely do
already,
it up. That'll be
what
awesome.
actually what I want to do is I want to, like, you know, of course, like dye my hair like blackish blue and
Mm.
then have red streaks.
Oh, that will look wicked on
Yeah,
you for
that's
real.
fire.
Have the red
I
streaks.
love that.
Yeah, I could definitely see you rocking that for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, when it even comes to like things like struggle, and this is why I had to bring Chuckles on with us. My brother knows what it's like to go through hell and back, and his music is written for those that are suffering and going through the worst of the worst and coming out on the other side because of the fact of Chuckles. I'm sure every time you write a song, man, there's pain involved in it. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
exactly. Because if you're gonna make music and art itself, it has to come through like through pain, the way how you've been going through life, and how to create it creatively and artistically with it. You know what I mean? Even though
Right,
like when those that hear my music and it's like dark, it's evil, it's all up in your face type of feel, but it's like
right,
that's the aggression from everything that every day that I go
Everything
through
that you
personally, and it
everything that you're going through, but if you pay attention to the lyrics, it's
right.
explaining the pain. And a lot of
exactly,
people, there's too many people out there that don't, you know, understand that. All they think is, "Oh my God, what in the world are you listening to?" It's like, okay, just stop for a second and listen to the lyrics.
exactly.
Listen
It's
to
like
the lyrics because the lyrics
take
is what makes the music.
Exactly. It's just and especially how we express it because it scares the shit out of people in a certain way, but it's just the way how we express it our own type of way. Because some people express the ways of music either aggressively or passionately, and I try to blend it all together like in both ways because I always want to make sure that if I'm gonna give something out to everybody that listens to it, I don't want to ever give them anything that's half-assed or anything. It's just like my full heart to them type of feel for it. You know what I mean?
right. And
Yeah.
and you know what, man? Let me just say, I gotta commend you, bro, on one of the best songs on your new album. Man, Gorehounds with
Oh
Donnie Menace,
yes,
yo, and Doc Gruesome. That shit went so fucking hard. Like,
dude. Thank
dude,
you very much, man.
bro, that has to be. I almost feel like I remember when they had the logo of like the Gorehound for LSP, and then it's like when I heard the song, I was like, you know what? That logo literally fits exactly with the song itself. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like that Gorehound shit, bro, is so nasty.
Thank you very much, bro. It's like that was actually what represented too, and it's also my first LSP tattoo that I got on my calf and everything. So I
Oh,
always
that's
want
so
to,
sick.
I always wanted to represent it more because I've always been loving that Gorehound style to it, and the way how Doc Gruesome and I and Donnie Menace worked together on that song was my absolute favorite. You know what I mean?
Bet, man. And I mean, those are our brothers in Mass Gang, man. We love them to death. Shout out Donnie Menace. Shout out Doc Russo, man. Mad respect to y'all. We love you, man.
Oh
But yo,
yes,
actually, brother, now that we're talking about the gore shit, yo, so I was actually just on with Freak Show the other day.
yes,
Um,
sir.
Oh,
and
wow.
bro, Freak Show's interview was probably like the most fun I've had. And now that you're here with us, it's like I feel like there's like a lead up, man, to like something really fucking crazy that we're gonna plan or some shit.
Oh yeah, shout out to my little brother Freak Show, man. I'm super
Yo,
fucking
man,
proud of
salute
him,
Freak.
how far he's coming through in this game, man. And I feel so bad too, because he told me about that last night. He had his interview, and I wish I would have jumped on it with y'all for real, because we do have something special that's going to be coming out very soon.
Right, right. I do remember you saying that.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be coming out somewhere around spring too. So we're finally just trying to get the final pieces together,
Hey,
and
Destiny,
can't wait to show you.
call your father and let him know that I'm on my interview right now, okay? Love you. Sorry, my husband just tried to call.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, you're good. It's no problem. So Cora, so with this most recent um procedure that you had done, the laser ablation surgery. So when they did that, I know you said you had a certain amount of seizures. Um, so can you tell us like what was that like, or how many you had?
How many I've had so far since the surgery? I mean, I haven't had a ton of them,
Okay,
but they are very small, which works for me.
right.
They're like
Right.
between 3 to 5 seconds. And
Mm.
like a lot of people who've never experienced a seizure, they're like 3 to 5 seconds. That's literally nothing. But when you're experiencing it yourself, like you feel the pain and like it's like just so many different emotions and pain and things that really can't be explained.
Right.
Like, 'cause I mean, like for me, but before I would kind of get like the starry-eyed and everything, and I would start like my hand would kind of like just go all weird, and I would know, okay, I need to go lay down. I'm gonna have a seizure, and but
Right.
now I get more of a tunnel kind of
Like a
vision.
tunnel vision.
Right.
I get like a tunnel vision, and then like I just have to hold on to something, because before I used to literally just cry out like I need help, somebody help me, I need help, I need help.
Right.
But now it's a little bit much easier, because I mean I as long as I like have something to hold on to, and it's I mean, I'm still tired afterwards, of course, because it does drain you more than what anybody understands.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it's like it definitely is a scary moment, because you never know when you expect it until that hits you like right off the bat, and it's like it's like your mind has a mind of its own type of feel where it's like keeping you in that lock mode type of feel. It's no joke.
Exactly.
Right.
You're in a lock mode, and you feel the pain in your head. I mean, like for me, like it literally would feel like somebody just deciding to grab me by my neck, throw me on the ground, and just bash my head in with a mallet
Mm.
while taking two needles and just digging them into my temples.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
crazy.
I mean, that really is insane. I mean, but that almost it almost brings me to another point, because I know how you said like you get like either the tunnel vision or like the starry eyed kind of thing. So I'm sure that there's people out there that have had some similar situations. And I know
Yes.
obviously to all of our listeners, um, I just want to kind of put this out there to anybody who is going through epilepsy or, anything of that nature, or even other, diseases or illnesses and things like that. Just know that you're not alone. We are here. We're here for you. We want to hear your voice. We want to tell your story. We want people to know that you're not alone out here. There's people that
Exactly.
genuinely understand this, and we do care. As a matter of fact, here's where I want to share something very special with you guys. So, we actually reached out to the Epilepsy Foundation of America, and we have spoken with them, and we are going to try to find a way to be able to donate anything that we're able to the Epilepsy Foundation, and in the hopes of trying to bring not just awareness, but maybe even help with the procedures that they're able to do, or whatever the case, however we can help. That's what we're going to try to do.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, man.
That's so wonderful. It truly is.
Truly is, man. Keep and spread, and everybody who's watching this too. Spread the awareness too, man. We want all your support. Show mad love and support with each other, man. And this is a great fun for us to support for it for real.
I mean,
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't understand it. I mean, because like there's all kinds of different types of epilepsy. I mean, it's not just
Right.
drug resistant. I
Hmm.
mean, like, there's people that just have regular seizure disorders. I mean, there's even been people that have been in the military, and literally have built, or just things that have gone, that they've gone through, that will cause them to go into like a seizure mode,
Right.
because it's like a PTSD thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's
no,
there's
just
so many different
right.
types of seizures and epilepsy, and that people, they just don't really bother even wanting to know, like, okay, well, yeah, you're just staring at me, or yeah, why are you yelling at me, or something. It's like it's different for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard for anybody who to express normally about it, because when those episodes like happen, you know what I mean? It's like I mentioned before, it's like your brain has a mind of its own. You just can't control it at a random moment. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
And it's scary, you know. So it's like
It's
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 up to.
very scary. It really is. It's very scary.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
very scary and it's very painful.
Hmm. It's like if they would have walked in your shoes, they will definitely would understand, because nobody should ever have to go through that process. You know what I mean? Especially like moments like that. It's like you never know. It's like anything serious might happen, because it's very like serious for us to like look at too. You know what I mean? It's not like a afterthought where people can say, "Oh, that's just like a side effect. You'll be okay." You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, no, I mean, there are so many people out there that think, oh, yeah, you're a seizure. Oh, you're making, your epilepsy an excuse again. Or, oh, God, here we go with the seizure thing again. It's like, well, you don't know. You've never experienced it. So why are you even saying that? That's literally like saying, oh, well, you're bringing your cancer, as an excuse. No, it's not an excuse. It's something that you didn't ask for it.
exactly.
You did
Right.
not ask for it. You had, I mean, and me, honestly, I didn't even know I was epileptic, because what I know, I mean, when it comes to drug resistant epilepsy, you don't actually experience your first actual seizure until between the ages of 6 and 11 years old.
Mm.
And
Jeez.
I
And
had my very first grand mal seizure or tonic-clonic seizure when I was 11 years old in class.
mm,
Oh man.
I
that's
was
crazy.
actually in class when it happened, and I had no idea what was even going on because everything was doing this.
Mm.
And
Right.
I couldn't talk, I couldn't move. I was I was just stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's that's
crazy.
that's absolutely scary as hell. And I
And
mean,
then when I finally came out of it, I mean, I didn't remember who I was, where I was, and what was even going on until I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep in class. I am in so much trouble. And then I just had a migraine from hell, and the ambulance and everything all in front of my school.
Mm.
And
jeez,
I'm going, what in the world?
is going on.
It's going
What
on.
what just happened? Why is there an ambulance? Why am I on the floor?
Right.
Uh,
What is going on?
Jesus. So scary.
yeah,
I mean, just
don't.
to even think about that.
Yeah, man. It's terrifying. You know, like no one should ever have to go through that process, that of a journey like that. You know what I mean? I'm deeply sorry that you had to go through that process for real.
Right.
It was very scary, and I've never see any kind of epilepsy. Whether it's right temporal lobe, left temporal lobe, focal. I mean, because there's so many different types of epilepsy you can have in your brain. Like you can have focal epilepsy, left temporal lobe epilepsy, right temporal lobe.
Right.
There's so many different types out there, and everybody experiences something different
Yeah,
that a lot of other people just look at them and then they're like, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, so whatever.
right. And it's sad when people react to that type of feel. You know what I mean? And they want to find that as an excuse until that actually exposes right at you. Then you're gonna really understand that this is not a laughing matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Right.
mine is actually genetic. I found out from from one of my neurosurgeons that drug resistant epilepsy is actually, it's genetic.
Yeah.
So I actually was born with it, but of course, like I said, you'll never experience your first actual seizure until you're pretty much in elementary school.
Yeah, and at a young age like that, that is like a scary moment too. You know what I mean? Especially at that age, you're a child, you know, and it hits you out of nowhere. It's insane.
It was absolutely insane because like even now today, I mean, I love reading. I've always loved to read, but I literally cannot look at a book and read because like still my eyes still kind of like freak out,
Yeah.
and so I have to stop reading. Like, okay, yeah, I'll just have to stop, like literally, like not even 3 letter, like 3 words, and it's like, okay, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's no laughing matter at all. Do they put you on certain medications to help ease it, or it's like when the medications do work, or they just don't like happen at certain occasions? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. The reason why it's called drug resistant is because it doesn't matter how many medications they put you on, you're still gonna have them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been on so many different medications throughout my life. I can't even remember half of them.
Mm. Yeah, it's serious, and and hopefully when this surgery right here that you have, you know, it's gonna be a lot more like painless when you go through it. You know what I mean? Because anything happens, all we always got your back fully. You know what I mean? No matter what the cause is, for real.
That means a lot. That really does mean a lot.
And
I'm
you know, when it comes to support, I mean, I'll even tell you guys this. And Chuckles, you know, we talk about this a lot. You know, when it comes to people being supportive, especially during the hardest times in life, about a year and a half ago now, um, I actually lost one of my best friends. He was my brother. I still miss him to this very day. My boy Creature the Clown.
Mm,
Um, it was the hardest time of my life, really, because at that time, and a lot of people that didn't know this, he introduced me to Chuckles. He introduced me to a lot of the guys in the underground that I really wasn't familiar with. And when he introduced me to him, I almost felt like all the rage that I used to feel and the anger and the pain, it's like I literally found relief in a way that I've never felt before. As crazy as it felt, but then when I lost my brother, here's the I would almost say I feel like this was his way of bringing support, not just to me but to a lot of people. Is right around the time I lost him was right around the time I met Joe. And
mm,
so I reached out to Chuckles and I was like, "Hey man, I know my brother would love to let you have this picture of you and him. You know, he loved you guys." And it's like Chuckles literally gave me a way of like an outlet where, you know, in the beginning, I will admit I was mad because I was kind of like, fuck, man, like my own brother's gone, man. Like the dude I used to talk to every day of my life, and he's not here. And it really hurt. And then all of a sudden, I felt like, wait a minute, you know, if people can make it through the hardest, scariest situations of life, then how come I can't? You know what I
right.
mean? Like, and then it was like I spoke to Chuckles, and he actually inspired me to want to really go forward with this because my brother, during the time that I was introduced to Chuckles, my brother used to say, I know one day I'm gonna see you on like a podcast or like a radio show or like some sort of like underground situation that like you're gonna get to talk to the artists and like help them and promote them and rock with them and everything. And like, and at that time, to be honest, I didn't believe that because I kept feeling like a lot of us ninjas in Delaware used to joke and we're like, we're just some random ass guys from Delaware. Who the fuck is gonna care about us? And
Mm,
like, but Joe literally believed enough to actually bring this dream of an underground radio station into fruition. And then with that came along my big sister, who inspired us in the most amazing way to bring about awareness of a disease that can go worldwide, internationally. And then to have my brother Chuckles do music for those who are going through the worst. And it's like, if you really look at this, I almost want to say there's like a plan. You know what I mean? Like, even though it might not be clear necessarily, but it's almost like there's something that brings us together, which is why Joe says this all the time. Music is our revolution.
Hell
Music
yeah.
is therapy. Music is my therapy. Oh, I mean, like, I can't, you know, like, I have to have music all the time.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
you do. Yes, you do have to have music in all
shit.
the time.
All
General
the time.
Deuce popping into the feed here. How
All
the
the
heck
Remember,
have you
Cora,
been?
remember,
I see that you are looking well, that you are continuing to fight the good epileptic fight. How the heck you been?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah. I am here. I am still around. I am alive. I am in the background. But this is about you. This is about
yeah,
awareness of what we
absolutely.
all know as epilepsy and epileptic seizures. And sometimes there is epileptic seizures that don't have that regular medication cure, that don't have that regular, oh, we can just run to the mill to the ER and then just send a person home.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Cora, remember the surprise I told you that I was going to bring on while we were live? Well, it
Yes.
happens to be Mr. Deuce over here, Mr. Deuce-O-Matic, you know, General
Oh
Deuce.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
man.
That's
That
right.
I cannot. I can't even express. You know, I just can't express it. I mean, I used to get made fun of for being epileptic because nobody knew what epilepsy even was.
well,
So
here's the thing. We're
That's
here
beyond
to
me
let those
because
people know that no matter what, if anybody was making fun of you, which obviously that happened, but here's the thing. There's people out here that are willing to stand up and say, you know what? Screw those people. They don't matter because we genuinely love you. Your brother Chuckles came on here to be with you.
hell
And
yeah.
then Deuce-O-Matic, the guy that's been MIA, that I just have to joke around for a split second here when I say, I'm offended.
You and your offended.
When he
Yeah,
goes MIO you out of nowhere, it's like, you son of a bitch.
that's
right.
right.
Like this
That's right.
asshole.
You're allowed to be offended. That doesn't make you correct anyway.
Yep. I mean, it really doesn't make it correct. But you know what's even funnier is like, I mean, if you think about it though, Mask Gang, which by the way, Chuckles, I actually wanted to let you know, my brother Deuce here is actually a mask himself.
Oh, hell
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think Chuckles remembers. I don't have Maggot Mind close to me though. At the moment, I mean, I've got the witch's hand close to me though. This is a
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Right, this is a Dean special, DEAN. So the pig god of the underground. So it's a Dean and D Murder actually around Florida. I've been doing Dean farewell shows. So if anybody knows about that, then you know. And you guys also know, all of you here gotta know. You gotta know that things are getting gory. And my boy slash Master Sid is even popping into the tour as well. So
Yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah.
actually, speaking of JMC, so just so you guys know, actually, that's my boy. I actually have a homegirl, who unfortunately could not be with us tonight. But if you ever heard of Twisted Let, she runs with Got Bud Records. She's actually very close with Rocky Rob, JMC. I believe Mistress Black, even though I could be wrong on that one. But
she is no
uh,
longer with Godbud Records.
oh shit. Well, okay. Update, Shunker.
That's been like 8 months, dude. You missed the bulletin on that one,
Oh shit.
which is
Well, I'm
all
offended.
good.
Damn
This
it.
track is doing rather well, doing her own thing, and she's been doing a little bit of creating up here in Canada and such, and she's taking some time for herself and doing some personal building. And by the end of
Oh,
this year, we'll be coming back to the underground scene better than ever.
Hell
oh, dude,
yeah.
that's awesome. I love to hear that.
So
Hell
it's all
yeah.
for you. It's all good news, even though she's not with Bud Records anymore and such like that. That's been 8 months, almost a year. But regardless of that fact, it's all good news. She just personal building, everything else. Everybody's got their own levels, things, building, doing breaks they need sometimes. So that's all that is. She'll be back better than ever. We still got her commercials up on Online Bigot Radio, which is formerly known as Fred Fury's Frequency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which, by the way, speaking of that, I don't know if you guys know, but Deuce here has actually been going on his show. I believe he actually is doing a show on there. And
I've been doing commercials on there. I have no official show anywhere.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing. I was going to pop on there with him, but then I kind of forgot about one thing in particular. And I almost have to just like joke around and fuck around about this, but like, bro, I mean, I don't think the offended asshole would be a very like, kind of like nice thing on a certain type of radio show, But that's why
that depends on what section of Online Bigot we'd be. Which fully, by the way, I mentioned that because Online Bigot Radio fully supports and endorses Reckless Radio XYZ.
Yes,
so there you go. I am the gap to that bridge. I am the bridge. Right. I got to speak proper English when I'm thinking French.
I had to take a sip of his. Take a sip of it.
Yeah, it's my coffee. It's all coffee. I actually, on that note, I think it's sometime this month anyway. I'd have to check my Facebook memes. But the last time I had a sip of alcohol was a year ago at a bowling tournament. So there's that.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's no interest.
That was probably the scariest night I've ever had with Deuce, by the way. I just got to kind of
It was a month before that. Yes, it was a month before that. A month before that, the bowling tournament that I had a good time at. And said, you know what? I'm just going to leave drinking on this note.
Very true.
I had quite the night that I don't quite remember. That Drew got a phone call. Xander Gage got a phone call, and JB Abyss got a phone call. And needless to say, people, any kind of drug can turn on you in a bad way if you do not have control of it, if you do not do it responsibly.
Exactly.
That being said, long story short, basically, I had so much booze I don't remember, but I thought of taking shortcuts out of life that night. Apparently, so let's not go there.
Yeah,
that right there, I cannot relate to because being epileptic, alcohol is the cards for me.
Mm.
Oh, it's a gateway.
I would literally go into a seizure if I had to drink.
Yeah, it will put you in the gateway of hell. Absolutely.
Right.
So my big thing now, as you probably see me eating candy, I have a sweet tooth.
For
this kind of candy is brought to you by THC.
I see.
So we have Jolly Rancher gummies and infused gushers.
THC is also out of the cards for me too for at least the next 6 months.
Those look common though.
That's right. This milk chocolate. M&Ms. They're M&Ms, not M&Ms. They're M&Ms. EMEMs. Notice the leaf on the. Yeah, exactly. That's medicated chocolate. Legal in Canada for all people here, whatever platform that we're on, I'm where it's legal. So, for the record, okay? I don't want to get anybody's stream shut down here.
No, it's been a while since I had some edibles, so if I ever come up to your neck of the woods, you gotta share me some of that, bro.
Well, yeah, and it's candy, and again, disclaimer, just in case,
Yeah,
for the record,
exactly.
disclaimer, you must be legal age to consume this.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just covering my bases before we continue. All right, there you go.
It's all good. It's all
I've
good.
been flagged for stuff like that on lives before, so I'm just covering the bases. You have to be legal age to consume it. It has to be legal wherever you're at in order to consume it and consume it responsibly. Now,
Correct,
Exactly.
sir.
Exactly.
thank you very much.
I,
That
but,
being
but
said, yeah,
I'm
with
because
exactly.
and to bridge it to the topic of this broadcast, because you need to be responsible, because if you don't know about certain reactions, you could have epileptic seizures when eating
Yes, can.
medicated candies and treats. So that
Exactly.
is something to be very much aware of for epileptic awareness as well.
That is that's also another thing out here in California where I am. They actually have, you know, marijuana and edibles and stuff that are specifically for
Mhm.
epilepsy. I mean, they're
Exactly.
not easy to
California is
find,
one of
but I
the
mean,
one of, if
a
not
lot of the
the
time
best research states.
the terpenes and stuff and whatever it is you do, you decide to smoke or eat that actually help rather than counter react.
In the United States, California and Colorado, there's there's the hot spots to be, and that have some of the most research into medicinal uses and dispensaries and everything. So you're in a great state in regards to a state within your 50 in regards to what's legal, what you have access to, and how much research has been done into it.
Well, not only
Exactly.
that, but I mean, for epilepsy period here in California, I mean, they have the best neurosurgeons and neurologists in the entire country, pretty much. So
Well, you're in a
that's
rich
another.
state. They
That is
got
one
the
of
money.
the main
They're bringing
reasons
in
why
the
my
doctors like
husband
they
moved
should.
us here was, so I could get that I needed. Because we lived in Las Vegas at one point in time,
a
and
a
I could have had,
a Cora,
a surgery
Hold
there,
a
but
a Cora. Just so you know, your sound is like cutting out.
oh,
I don't know if you can move to like another.
can you hear me better?
It's breaking.
Wait, say that again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
No, yeah. What I was saying was, California is actually one of the best places to be if you do have any kind of any kind of epilepsy or just seizure disorder in general, because they have the best neurologists here, the best neurosurgeons in the country.
Yes, you do. You guys got some of the best brain doctors over there in California, and lucky for us that know you, that you are in that state that that offers everything as such to you. I think that's
Yeah. Oh, almost got cut off right here.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
you are.
There you are.
Okay. Yeah, there was like some weird back echo or back feeding. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it sounds like it might be good now.
All right.
Oh wait, somebody in the chat saying it sounds choppy.
Oh,
Okay, I'm not sure why it's doing that. I mean, maybe hey Joe, I know you can hear us, bro. Maybe if there's like a way that we can try to figure out with the sound or something or the volumes.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mute her mic.
Okay.
Just for a second. Well, just for about 3 seconds, just so we can make some noise how this plays out.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean,
And it's gone.
Okay, so it is on her end. Okay, so Cora, I think what Joe's saying is that there's backfeeding coming from your phone or what you're using to do the interview with. So I would say you may have to go to a different room, but I'm not.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a lot clearer right here.
Okay, yeah, then it's better right here then. Okay.
Okay, hey Joe, does it sound good on your end?
I think he's quiet on his end.
Yeah, it's quiet on his end.
The voice is still choppy when it comes in here, and there's that echo. There's an echo because the mic is back feeding into the headphones or something. It's some weird app that's on at the same time. Sometimes it's just something silly.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
And it's on my end?
Yes.
All right, so you sound good on my end.
Okay.
Okay, so
Check. 1, 2.
Grab myself there. One second.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really sorry that this is happening, guys. I'm not sure.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, while this happens, I'd like to say, and I'd like to premise, 1 year ago today, when we were first with Cora, making awareness to her battle, her epilepsy, as to what's going on. Girl, you got a lot more hair than you did last year, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, my hair is finally growing back out. They had to completely shave my head because with the procedure that I had done last year, the stereo EEG, my hair was so long and so thick that they weren't been able to get, into the spots that they needed to. So I literally had to I had to go to Jane.
And the hair is growing out too. It looks beautiful on you, for real.
Oh,
That's
thank you. I
Yeah.
think it looks like crap right now. There's still some glue and stuff in there. It's still dissolving. So I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's
Plus,
getting
when you
there.
get the hair dye style too, dude, it's gonna look awesome.
That's right.
Yeah. And I mean, yo, and once you dye your hair, I mean, I swear, especially once you're officially cleared where we can actually bring you to events, myself, Chuckles, and of course I'm gonna drag Deuce with me because like the offended twins, you know what I'm saying? Snuff shit, and we're gonna come and then like we're gonna like rock out and you're gonna like just be on stage with us, all of us, It's gonna be fucking crazy.
I've never done anything like that before, like ever.
Yeah, that's definitely a promise.
When we have the
I actually, for the first time ever, on Sunday, AEW was here.
Oh, that's right.
And because I've never been to any kind of event like that, and of course, unfortunately, see that's another thing that people don't understand about epilepsy, especially right temporal lobe epilepsy. You have both long-term and short-term. So I mean, like the only way that I remember Florida is through pictures.
Cora, I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't mean to be rude. As you're talking, the sound keeps like cutting in and out, like where like we can hear a little bit of what you're saying, but it almost sounds like it's like every few words.
You see,
so
it's probably my wife.
It's probably like her Wi-Fi is connecting up.
Being good to us here right now. Like we want to hear her story some more.
I know.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, there we go. On my end, yeah, I can hear it clearly on my end.
Okay, here, hold on. Let me see if maybe there's a way we can.
Yeah, because I had it on my Wi-Fi. I just put it on my regular network, so it was.
Okay, so maybe. All right, try to say something again really quick.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah, it was the Wi-Fi then. My Wi-Fi was acting up then. Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
You're good. It's not your fault.
I know that one all too well. I actually switched to data before hopping on because I've been having those kind of problems with the house. So yeah.
I mean, you'd probably be able to hear me better in the living room, but like I said, I got my little hyenas in there running around and playing, so yeah.
Well, I'll say we can hear you now.
Yeah, and actually, what's really funny though, when Deuce just said yeah after you said your little hyenas, I just gotta preface something and say, well, if someone's gonna say yeah, it's gotta be Chuckles, man, because his is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
I gotta. You had to.
Yo, at
Gotta
the
plug
end of
it.
this,
Gotta
that's what
plug it. Gotta plug it. That's for sure.
yeah, when we're at the very end of the show, we're literally gonna have, just before it goes offline, we're gonna be like, all right, guys, so that's been the World Epilepsy Day, and yeah, have a great night. And then Chuckles is gonna come and be like, yeah,
That'd be awesome.
be on
Hell
some idiot
yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I'll be right back with y'all. I just gotta take care of the little nephew right here, but I'll be right back very soon. All right.
There
Oh,
you
No
go.
problem.
good, man.
Go for it.
Of course. Take
Oh
care
yeah.
of
I'll
the
be right back with y'all.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Later, bye.
Peace.
Hey.
All right. So, since our homie is gonna be right back, so
So
what?
we got some chat and stuff going on
Oh
here.
shit! I was like,
Um,
wait, I was tripping there for a second. Sorry, that was weird.
our button pushing brother just psyched you out by
I know.
making
I was like, I'm not drunk, man. I'm just,
Yeah, bullshit.
very quick. That's
well,
hilarious. But I got
I
a
mean,
question for
there is this right here, so I'm not quite sure if like, yeah.
well
There's
the
always some sort of a
I
beer in your hand or something.
believe the non-alcoholics call them cinnamon hearts.
Well, I mean, I would say it's probably Fireball, but who knows?
See, I told you.
Because we gotta have some.
Like we said, people, in regards to the awareness, to the epileptic awareness going on in the show
My
today,
bad.
as we joke about Drew having some drinks, be sure to drink responsibly because that could cause some seizures too. If you're not
Absolutely.
Oh,
careful, yeah.
yes. If
Careful.
you are not careful, okay, what a lot of people don't get is a small seizure. Okay, I mean, like if you've ever had a family member that's had a stroke,
Right.
that's pretty much what it feels like.
Yep.
That is
That's
what a
crazy.
that is what a small seizure feels like.
Wow.
Well, there it is.
That's
And of course, that also promising the type of stroke. But yes, if you have a small stroke, that's just what a seizure is.
What a
Just
small,
plain and
what just a small seizure feels like.
So
dang.
there you go. So you can imagine
Wild.
Cora. You can imagine people such as Cora having bigger than just your I can go home from a doctor's appointment seizure,
Right.
and what kind of damage that can do. So it's good. It's absolutely fantastic. We're 1 year after the first broadcast, and Cora, like I had said, she's got hair that's growing
Finally, I'm
good.
starting to
Not
get
the
my hair
first
back,
show. I remember
slowly
the
but
first
surely.
show.
Yo, she
Okay,
really got
if
the
you
most
look, hold on,
beautiful
let me
hair.
see. Okay, do you see that bald spot right there?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're always gonna have that too.
No, that's where they went in.
That's where they went in for the laser ablation.
Yes, that's where they went in for the laser ablation. Right there, that little bald spot you see right there. That's where it all went in.
Gee,
And you see
that's wild.
that is a bald spot with integrity, something that has a story behind it. That is, in other words, a much better bald spot than John Cena's. So
I still got that one here too.
Yo,
I still got
yo.
that right there from last year. And see
Okay.
right here, right here, the right temporal for my next and hopefully last surgery. That's exactly where they're going.
Well, you know what? Since you have the bald spot that John Cena ended up pulling on WWE recently, we're gonna call the one when they do it here that it's the "you can't see me." You know,
There you go.
that
There
type
you
shit.
go. There you go. I agree with that.
But yeah,
You
my
know,
my hair is finally starting to grow back and everything, and I still
that's
got
amazing.
some glue in there and everything. I'm trying to get it all washed out and shit. So yeah.
Well, Cora, check this out. Speaking of pro wrestling, our boy Deuce here. Um, I don't know if you want to give her the 411 on what you got coming up,
Hey,
because
you
heading
don't
back
give
home.
away none of my secrets. All right. Come on now. Come
Hey,
on.
whenever
Oh,
he is ready, or if he wants to
I'm
say
offended.
anything, he will.
I'm offended.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit the mats this weekend, and we're gonna see what happens. So
Hey,
I
when,
haven't uh, I haven't tried to crank out the rust in a long time, and so this weekend I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do some mat wrestling with the fella here, and I'm gonna
oh damn.
see about chucking
Yeah,
him around or not.
yeah, because Cora, I don't know if I told you or not, but Deuce here actually used to be a pro wrestler just like myself.
You did tell me that. You did tell me
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I
Oh
yeah.
took
wow.
So,
I
I
didn't
I
even
took
see that. Okay.
formal training.
You see
Holy
that
shit.
right there?
yeah,
That was from when I had my second grand mal seizure. I was walking home from school and I literally hit my head on a brick wall.
that's brutal.
So, ladies and gentlemen, forget chair shots. She's done something that's a lot tougher than taking a damn chair shot.
I
Right.
literally,
That's that.
Yeah,
I
that's
literally
real
hit
shit.
my head on a brick wall, and then when I fell back, I actually have a dent right because I
That,
literally hit the
what?
concrete.
That is wild. That like
That is double
that
tough.
blows my mind because I mean, like I know obviously when you have a seizure, you're more than likely to hit your head, unfortunately. But I mean, to see the scar on your face and then to know that you have a dent in your head, it's just like it's such
Yeah,
heartbreaking
I've
news
got
to hear that.
dents. You
I
you
mean,
you, you name it. I've pretty much got it. Put it this
man,
way.
I mean,
3 years ago. I don't know if I told you guys this, but about 3 years ago, I literally went into what they call status. Status is one of the most dangerous types of seizures you could have in your life. It's called
right,
status epilepticus. Like you literally just seizure after seizure after seizure after seizure, and like you don't come out of it even for a second. You're just going and going and going and going, and
right,
like they literally had to call the ER. I don't remember any of it. I mean, I remember my head being wrapped up and having like 3 concussions, but
Jesus,
yeah, like they had to give me a shot of like epinephrine, I think it's called, or something like that, to
yeah,
get me out of
epinephrine,
it. Yeah, to get
right.
me out of it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was
That
it was
shit's
bad.
so brutal.
It was bad. It was really bad. But like, what
Right,
scared me the most was how it started. Cause see, like I'm just sitting there talking to one of my daughters, and then all of a sudden my entire body stiffened, and like my fingers like literally start freaking doing all kinds of crazy crap, and that's all I remember.
Jesus, that's when you know that like it's serious like that because even one of my relatives, I think it's on my cousin's side of the family. The one day we were all having a family party, everything was going okay, and then all of a sudden I saw her fingers like start to kind of
Mm-hmm.
like curl, and
Yeah.
then as she looked at me, she had this weird look of like she didn't know where she was, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, she was on the ground,
Yeah.
and
That is the
just within a
beginning of a tonic-clonic seizure. That is the beginning. That is the beginnings of a tonic-clonic seizure.
And for the listeners and the viewers that may not know the plain English term of epinephrine, they had to give Cora a straight shot of adrenaline to bring her out
Yeah.
of a seizure.
Yes.
Hello,
Yo,
how the
full
hell are you?
I was like in and out of it the whole time. Like
And the premise
I
for
still to
people,
this day really don't remember it.
and the premise for people, just to give them an idea of this, if you can picture this. People sometimes you see on a hockey bench or whatever, somebody be a little woozy and they give you a little bit of smelling salt and woo! And if you can picture how that person goes, whoa, or you've seen the realtor buddy had a little bit of smelling salt, he's like, whoa! That is literally 1/100th of getting a straight shot of epinephrine.
I'm actually going to show you right here, even though I still, even though
we're checking in. I see you.
Even though,
Hey, Cora, real fast. I just want to let you know because Deuce just pointed out Uncle Phoenix is actually in the chat right now, giving you his support.
Hell yeah, much love, hell yeah.
Uncle, I love you. Man. I love you, Unc. I see you, bro.
I have to keep this on me. I have to keep this on me all the time. For if I go into any kind of a tonic-clonic seizure or I start tensing up or anything, I have to put that up my nose.
Amazing.
And they have to like squeeze it like 3 times or something to get me out of the seizure.
Wow.
That is not the kind of jurisdiction people are looking for.
That is emergency medicine.
Yeah, that ain't no good thing, people.
I mean, well, luckily, at least you have something that you're able to use if you have to.
And then, of course, right here, this right here.
Much love.
This is my bag of medication I have to take every single day.
That's right, a bag, people. That ain't no Wendy's bag. That ain't no drive-through treat.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk.
Let's see here. I'm on. Well, this is a new one. Oxcopri. I've never even. This is a new medication they had to recently put me on. Let's see. I've got my Onfi. I got my Onfi right here. I have to take like a pill and a half in the morning, and then 20 milligrams at night. Let's see what else we got here. We've got 200 milligrams of Vimpat every single day.
That's a lot.
And then 100 milligrams of Breviact every single day.
Damn.
Jeez.
And then, of course, they have me on some Tylenol. But, I mean, I try to stay away from the Tylenol, because I don't like pain medicine unless I absolutely need it.
Right. No, I get that because I'll even tell you this. Between my dad and myself, whenever we've had procedures done or, we got stitches or anything of that nature, every time we would tell them, look, you can prescribe me something, but more than likely I'm probably not going to take it because any type of pain med to us is like, you know what, dude, I'll just deal with it. I'll just go through it. Like, fuck
I
it.
don't
like,
take, even though technically I am on a depression medicine, I don't take it because depression medicine along with seizure medicine.
Right.
No. It doesn't go.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well.
It only makes it worse.
Right.
Too much mixture.
Exactly.
But you know what I just realized though, Cora, and this I'm so honored to be able to say this now. So I just realized, even though I don't want to sound like an idiot here, but I kind of just realized you have actually 3 record labels that are showing you love and support with this. And the reason I have to point this out is because some people out there would believe that certain people do things for clout, or they do it for, you know, the money or the recognition or whatever the case may be. And it just popped in my head of, okay, we have LSP love. We have Got Bud Records love. We have DRE love. So all three record labels were true enough to be able to come in here to show love and support for something that is so incredibly meaningful. And it's like, I have to
That is,
document the fact
wow.
that they have not done that for anyone else that I know of, unless I'm wrong, which any of them can correct me, but I'm almost certain that that's the case. And because of that, I just kind of had to point that out really fast, because that's amazing to have three record labels all at once show the love and support for you and for epilepsy awareness worldwide international.
It's important stuff.
Man, I can't tell you guys how much this means to be honest, because like I was saying before, I used to get made fun of for being epileptic because nobody knew what epilepsy even was. I was just known as a girl who stuttered too much, or stared out into space too much, or
Right.
started twitching.
Well, you know what? Here's the other thing. I'll even tell you this. When it comes to being made fun of, or felt like, you know, being an outcast, or, you know, not mattering to people, here's another organization that I kind of hesitated to say this for a second, but Uncle Phoenix, who is here with us in the chat, he also owns an OG record label that actually started the gathering back in the old days, back in anywhere between 2005 to 2010. They are called Mindless Corpse Organization, that used to be known as Head Hurts Records.
I'll
And
never forever.
yeah, and he's the owner and founder of the record label. And to bring about something that he is also a partner of Reckless Radio XYZ. And so because of that, it's now clear to me that we used to say that we had reached to a certain degree, but now we also have different states that are involved bringing epilepsy away. And so I had to just document that, because of the fact that Uncle Phoenix is in Arizona with Mindless Corp. Then you have Do-So-Matic here with Got Bud Records in Canada. You have Chuckles that's out in San Jose. And so you literally have multiple territories, multiple states and countries that are documented as showing awareness, love, and support for you and for your journey with your drug resistant epilepsy, which is such an honor. And I almost,
That is an honor, and I can't tell you guys how much this really truly means to me. I mean,
and
seriously, this
and I
means
have
so much.
and I have to just say, the reason that's so important for us is because this is not because of us by any source of the imagination. The reason all this came about and was able to happen is because of you yourself, Cora. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. On that note, Drew, on that note, guys, I myself, I need to get going personal. My drop-in window time here is, I'm right at it.
You know, I feel so sorry. So.
Hey, it's all good, Deuce. It's no problemo, brother. Thank you for coming in, man. Showing love.
Thank
Rolling.
you,
You are
man.
very welcome. More than happy to drop in on behalf of God Radio XYZ, and to be sure to keep awareness of epilepsy as one of the many. It's one of the things. One of the things that we do bring awareness to: epilepsy, autism. There's a few special things that we bring awareness to, and that we will continue to. But that is it for me. My name is General Deuce. If you can't be good at it, and you guys keep it going.
Yeah. Yo, Deuce, salute to you, brother. Yo, man, what an amazing night this has been. I am truly honored at the way that this ended up happening tonight. I just want to say on behalf of Radio XYZ, on behalf of LSP, PRE, Mindless Corpse Organization, Good Brain, this is the World Epilepsy Day. This is also the opportunity to be able to say that anybody who is struggling with epilepsy of any type, I hope that you feel seen and heard and know that you matter. Know that this show is for you, and I hope that this helped you. I hope that it brought about support for you and love for you. And Cora, thank you so much for this opportunity. This is far from over.
Thank you.
And you know,
And much for being there and taking the time to just listen. I mean, I know I have a habit of repeating myself, so I apologize for that. But
no, you don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize at all. As a matter of fact, I mean, that's the reason that we're here, to be able to let people know that, you know, even though some things may be repeated, and things like that, but that's also because of your epilepsy and because of what you've been through. So everyone can understand that, there's no misinterpretations with that at all, you know? Wait, hold on, Cora. I can't hear you.
that, oh,
Oh, wait.
okay, there we go. I guess my mic was muted there for a minute.
Oh, okay.
But thank all of you guys. All of you guys have been absolutely amazing, and thank you for making this Epilepsy Awareness Day, and just wanting to know more about it, and my journey, and anybody else that's out there at all that's having any kind of issues, you know feel free to message me. Seriously, I mean, you have questions, or anything of the sort, you know I'm here, definitely.
Absolutely. And I love that we were able to do this, but I want to let all the listeners know this is not just your second Reckless Radio interview. There are so many more interviews with you to come in the future, with everything that you're going to have done, and hopefully sometime soon when we talk again, things will be even better than they were now. And so when that happens, we definitely want to bring you back, and we want to update everybody to let them know what your journey's been like and how your life is, as well as the fact that I definitely want to say, on behalf of our brother Chuckles, Deuce, and especially Rathagod the Class Clown, who helped us out earlier, with salute to you, brother. I love you to death, man. Um, so hopefully, the next time that we bring you on, these guys will be able to come on with you once again to let you see, and hopefully even Uncle Phoenix may make an appearance on camera himself, and hopefully, this helps you. We really hope that this made a difference for you, and hopefully you feel loved and supported, because that's what we're here.
I do feel loved, and I definitely feel supported. I mean, and again, anybody else out there with any kind of seizure disorder, whether it's epilepsy or whatever, shout out to you. I know it's not easy. It's the hardest thing in the world. And again, feel free to message me.
Absolutely. We're going to put your socials on here so that way people know how to get a hold of you. But with that said, this has been an incredible opportunity. And like I said, this will not be your last interview here. Absolutely not, under any circumstances. This is just the mere beginning for us. And so thank you so much for coming on with us. We love you. We adore you. This
Thank
has
you
been
for having me. Thank you.
this has been the best night. And Joe, I want to just leave it off to you, my brother.
All right. It's been such a great story to share. I'm going to work on the sound in the other shows. And it'll just keep getting better. Thank you.
Hey, Jojo. Jojo, we actually aren't able to hear you, bro.
Yeah, I still can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Yeah, no, it's every time I put a sound on it, it bounces everything. So we're gonna work it out and stuff. So I'm gonna pull back, say goodnight, end the show. Peace.
All right. Hey, so thank you again to everybody for tuning in tonight. This is myself, Underground Promoter 302, Cora Morse, Chuckles, Do-So-Matic, Wrath of God. We're out.